This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Sports to the bone family. What's up? Welcome back to another video, my viewers and subscribers. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are enjoying your day so far. Yes, man. Big up on yourself, my peeps. Big up. Alright, let's get down into it now. So we have a couple of things to take a look at. We see where the big man in West Indies cricket, Johnny Grave, he had a couple of things to say as it relates to the cricket. So we're going to take a look at that. Plus the former West Indies pacer Curtly Ambrose seems as if he's extremely interested in taking on the big role. Yes, man. And we're going to take a look at a couple of things that Dave Cameron said a few days ago. Didn't get a chance to touch on it, but I'm going to be sharing it with you guys because I know people have different opinions when it comes on to Dave Cameron, the former West Indies president. So yeah, just listen to the video until the end, my viewers and subscribers. My viewers and subscribers, make sure you leave a like, make sure you share, and once again, if you have not yet subscribed, please do not leave the video without subscribing, man. Subscribe and help the channel to grow. In. All right, so we're going to kick things off with Johnny Grave, right? Johnny Grave, and we're also going to talk about Ambrose in this segment, and then we'll look at Dave Cameron after. So Johnny Grave is not yet ready to pack his bags and head back to England, but the Cricket West Indies CEO says some quick solutions are needed for the poor performances of the West Indies team. So the man not ready to leave, him not ready to give it up. But according to him, some quick solutions is needed. Let me give you in his own words, and I quote, "We need some short-term fixes because the West Indies is hurting and they want results and they want them fast." Graves said, it was actually on the Mason and Guest show. So he's looking at getting results fast to satisfy people. So he's not too worried about fixing the problem. Let us continue. So he said, and I quote, "If we don't get them, then we probably won't have time or the opportunity to implement the long-term objectives because we'll all be given our marching orders and it will be up to someone else to take on the enormous challenge." So, he's thinking about long-term goals, but, he's saying that they have to get some wins under their belt now to try and calm down the people of West Indies and make sure that people are enjoying the cricket again. Well, he went on to say, and I quote, "Our cricket is in serious trouble and we need to get something done to get back our cricket somewhere near to the top again. It has been going on for decades and that's a long time and something has to be done." Something has to be done. That is what he's saying, my peeps. Something has to be done, He went on to say, as independent, they are trying, the CWI, they are trying to be as independent as possible when it comes on to the cricket, but they probably will have to reach out for help. I don't know, and try and get recommendations as needed and try and get the thing solved as soon as possible. He said that we've just completed the acquisition of the Coolidge Cricket Ground, and I think that's an amazing facility and investment and the whole 9 yard, my peeps. Basically talking about Coolidge Cricket Ground and how they are planning to develop West Indies cricket to work on players and to get them on track and all of that. Highlighting a couple of positive things just to try and keep people on board. What we want to know is how they are going to fix West Indies cricket. That is what we want to know, not necessarily them sort of things. It's important to have somewhere to really get the guys to really work on the guys, especially if there are players that needs to work on their action, their batting technique or whatever it is. That's important, but we want to know how they are, according to him. I want to know how they are planning to get these wins. The long-term goals are there based on what he's saying are the long-term objectives, but the short-term, what they are looking at is to try and get some wins, to try and get the people of the Caribbean back on their side. And I would like to know how they are going to do that, my peeps, because You know, I don't know. I don't know at all, my peeps. It's very interesting when it comes on to West Indies cricket. You know, and Curtly Ambrose apparently has confirmed that he is, willing to take on this big role, this big job when it comes on to coaching West Indies cricket. So Johnny Grave working on getting some quick solution, and Curtly Ambrose apparently ready to get his feet wet when it comes on to coaching at the international level. We would remember that only a couple months ago, probably it's close to a year now, that he would have tried to get that elite pace bowling coach role over there for England. He wasn't successful, but that just goes to show how serious the man is when it comes on to coaching. And he would have won the CPL title as a coach alongside Shivnaran Shandopal with the Jamaica Talawas just the other day. So the man is taking his time to build up his things. So all those who believe the man not serious, the man is apparently willing to take on this role. So another outspoken person when it comes on to West Indies cricket is the former president, Dave Cameron. People have strong opinions when it comes on to this man. You understand? A couple of things that he has said. He has actually said quite a few things since the embarrassment that happened at the T20 World Cup. So I'm going to share a couple of things that he had to say. And let me just go into it. So the first thing that he's saying, the shallow Skerrit experiment has failed. The shallow Skerrit experiment has failed. Basically, what that shallow Skerrit experiment did was it put the players ahead of the region, and that is the challenge, right? So he was talking about what is happening. He was actually on the Mason and Guest show, and he was talking about what how he sees things as it relates to shallow. That's the guy that working with Ricky Skerrit. How is it that they are performing? And according to him, the experiment that these guys are working with, failed because they are putting players in front of the region. And let me just continue. He said that someone had attacked me and said some players weren't happy, and I said to him, you could name the players that weren't happy on one hand versus the region, right? He said that you can name the players that are not happy on one hand in comparison to the region. So basically saying that you need to get the region, make sure that the region is happy instead of trying to suit one or two players that want things to go their own way. He closed off by saying if you are running a business and you are trying to move the system forward, you have to look at a greater good, not just what's good for a few players. And that is what he's saying, my peeps. And I agree in the sense that if you are working on a long-term goal and on a business, one or two people might in the unit might not agree, but if the general population, or generally speaking, people agree with what you are doing, then the one or two, they probably going to find it difficult to really stop the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that if majority is with you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are correct in what you are doing. So I'm not advocating for Dave Cameron and his ideas when it comes on to West Indies cricket, but I'm just saying, so I don't know who the players are, but Dave Cameron is saying that what Shallow and Ricky Skerrit, what they are doing is putting the needs of one or two players above that of the region, whatever that is, whatever that means. I am sure that my very, very intelligent commenters will let me know exactly what he's talking about. So we're going to leave it right here for now, my peeps. Just go and big up on yourself, and we'll touch base later on.